Test, 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 test. Hey, wrestling fans, this is J.R. Burgess, broadcasting live from Rock Springs High School in Rock Springs, Wyoming. We are mid-match right now. We had some internet connection issues, but hopefully we've got that resolved now, and we can bring you some wrestling here. Currently, we've got Max Jurok down on the black mat on the right-hand side of your screen. And unfortunately, we are on the side of the gym that does not have the scoreboard. So we are unable to determine a score, but I should be able to keep scores. We're continuing to broadcast and go through on the live feed here. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Max Jurok. We do have two mats going on right now. On the left-hand mat, which was the red mat that's no longer on the screen, there are JV wrestlers. We will try and catch some of them here and there the best that we can. Unfortunately, I don't have names for any of them, and so it is going to be a little bit difficult for me to maintain who we have there. Still getting situated here from having to switch to the other side of the gym. Okay, so Max Jurok, I believe, is down on this match. I've seen 4 near falls and 2 takedowns by the Rock Springs wrestler. He most likely leads this match by approximately 10 points, maybe more at this point. If we zoom out here, we should be able to get a little bit of the red mat. Not sure who that wrestler is currently. I will try and get one of the wrestlers to spy out a couple of names for me. Max fighting off bottom. His opponent has a hand across the body underneath. Once again, we have Max Jurok here. Let's see what we have in the way of a roster. All right, so Max is wrestling the 132 weight class. And so coming up next, we should have either Tell or Cyrus Tolman. But Cyrus, I'm assuming, will be over on the Jamie mat. So we should have Tel Perry. So the Rock Springs wrestler does come up with the win on that one. We do have Tel Perry that's coming up on the black mat right now in the 138 weight class.
And for the Tigers, Dane Rolden.
Okay, so we have Dane Rolden of Rock Springs and Tel Perry of Star Valley. First period, here we go. Rock Springs looking for a shock buy. Tel's not going to let that happen. Back head to head, pretty aggressive. Both guys with the swipes and the hands on the head. Tailing on a single leg, able to get that, and is going to put his opponent to his butt. That's going to be a 3-point takedown for Tell. And now Tell's got that arm bar right in, keeping that at a safe level. He scoops the head. Now he's going to stretch out that arm. He lets go of the arm, and now he's just going to bulldoze into the chest there, put him to a near fall. He's got him in a reverse half. He got his 4 near fall points. Rock Springs doing a good job of trying to clear Tell's legs and not allow that weight to be centered on his chest. Tell able to get that arm back out. He's going to stretch that out. And now center up that chest to chest weight. That's going to be really tight for him to get out of there. And that's going to be a pin for Tel Perry. So a nice match for Tel Perry in the varsity duel. They're not keeping a dual score, I don't believe, because they're doing like a hybrid of the JV and the varsity wrestling.
Okay, 144.
All right, so now we have Kobe Merritt of the Star Valley Braves and Cahill of Rock Springs. And this is in the 144 weight class. So those of you that are just tuning in, we were a little bit late getting started here. We have a truel going on here. We've got Pineale and Rock Springs and the Star Valley Braves here for a truel. So we've got Star Valley dueling off right now with the Rock Springs Tigers. We've got Kobe Merritt currently wrestling on the black mat. His opponent in on a shot, not able to get there. Kobe puts on a front headlock, gets around the corner, puts the head in the hole, grabs the leg, and now he's able to get back around for a 3-point takedown. Kobe leads the match 3-0. We're still in the first period. Kobe trying to dig out an arm. We're going to zoom out here, see if we might be able to get both mats. So Kobe's got his opponent in for some near fall points. And now he's got a pin in place. That's a good win for Kobe Merritt.
150 for the Braves, Ty Thompson.
Now we have Ty Thompson of the Star Valley Braves coming up in the 150 weight class. Ty's looked really good this year. Had a really good showing last week out at the Tiger Grizz. Took third place, I believe. And here we go with Ty Thompson. Ty's got a front headlock on, looking for that back leg. His opponent doing a good job of spinning with him. Ty tried to shuck him past, did not work, so they're back up to their feet and still wrestling here. Ty in another front headlock, looking to get that head in the hole. He's going to go around. He's trying to block that arm from his opponent, and now he's just going to flip him straight into a cow catcher. Almost got him right to his back, but his opponent able to roll through that. Now Ty's trying to go back to that hipped cow catcher. Now he's got his head in the hole. He's got a leg there, and he's going to get back around, and he's got a 3-point takedown. Ty leads the match 3-0 in the first period. Digging on some wrists. Now he's got a front claw. Looking to get a leg in. Has not done so. I do believe that he has a wrist underneath. He's trying to dig that arm out for an arm bar. Got the arm out, but can't get it into a bar. Now he's looking for chicken wing. He may have that. Nope, he's lost that now. Now he's working on it again. Back to a 3/4 half. And now he's got his opponent locked up. Tried to transition off to a cradle. His opponent doing a good job of sticking his leg inside of Ty's, not allowing that leverage to happen there. All right, we're going to zoom out here. I believe that we've got Kiesel Hebden coming up on the red and black mat on the left-hand side. You can watch that one, but I am going to announce the Ty Thompson one. Ty's got his opponent tied up in a 2-on-1 and went for a tilt. Did not get any near fall points out of that. That's going to go into the second period. Ty Thompson going to start in the down position. And quick to a switch is Ty, not able to get there, but he stands up to his feet. His opponent trying to do a mat return, not able to do that. Ty doing a great job of maintaining the distance on his opponent's legs. That way they're not able to elevate him. There's going to be a stalling call for not returning him to the mat. His opponent turns to face him, grabs a leg. Ty is looking to get out of that, but he does get mat returned by his opponent. And at this point, they're going to work themselves out of bounds. Ty is still going to be on the bottom, so a lot of work there for no points. But here we go from Ty starting on bottom. We've got Kiesel on the other side. He is currently on top. Looks like he's leading that match 3-0. Ty quick to his feet. You see Ty reaching back and creating that distance between him and his opponent's legs. Ty able to escape, though. That's going to give him one escape point. Ty in on a single leg. Abandons that, goes back up top. He's got an over Ty. And goes for a throw. Didn't really have it locked in. Ty back for an ankle pick. Nothing there. His opponent in on a good double leg blast. Ty able to sprawl that out and feed him hips. And then he's able to block and get around back. That's going to give another 3-point takedown to Ty Thompson. Ty working out on the edge of the mat. He's got a leg in. Looks like he's going for a tilt, but that can be a little bit of a dangerous position. Ty's going to tilt it back the other way, but they're going to move out of bounds. So they're going to bring it back to the front. Ty almost looked a little out of position. I thought he was going to roll him back across his body. He didn't do that. He ended up forcing it the other way, but that's what forced him out of bounds. Here we go. Ty starting on top in the referee's position. His opponent hunkers down. Ty looking on getting that arm out. He does have a wrist underneath. Now he transitions off to a claw and puts a boot in. Now he's back to the 3/4 half. And now looking for a tilt. And he's got that leg with a cross-faced there. Like a reverse half. He did get 4 near fall points out of that. And that's going to end the period. That should send it into the 3rd period with Ty Thompson leading. Over on the other mat, Kiesel just got another takedown. That's going to bring the score, I believe, to 6-0 on that mat. Kiesel looking pretty good in either the 210 or the 285 weight class. Ty on bottom, quick up to his feet. Now trying to control those hands. And able to turn out of it, and he's going to back ground, and they're going to give him a reversal rather than a stand-up and a takedown. Wasn't enough separation. Ty leads this match handily. Ty's got a boot in. Going to go for the reverse cross or the reverse half here again. He's going to get 4 more tilt points. Most likely he's not going to pin in that position, but he is going to get the 4 points. That's going to be a tech fall. All right, so a good match for Ty Thompson. And that's going to be 16 points for the Star Valley Braves.
The concession stand is now open, so go take care of your...
All right, we've got one of the hunting boys coming up right now.
Next up, 157. For Star Valley, we have...
You know, now that I get a different look at the wrestler on the left-hand mat, I'm sorry, I don't know if that is Kiesel. So I apologize to viewers at home. I don't have a lineup as to who is wrestling at which time. So we have one of the hunting boys up right now. I believe this one is Daryl. Daryl on the black mat, or hunting. In there, fast and furious. Hunting's typically do their best work in the 1st and 2nd periods. They're going to work their way out of bounds, and they're going to go back to the center. Daryl tried to do a shuck by, wasn't able to get that into place. His opponent had a reshot, wasn't able to land anything, so back to the center for some neutral wrestling. In on a single leg, doesn't have very good grip. They're going to come back out, back in on a different single leg, unable to get that one. Do like the aggressiveness of Hunting right now. He's shooting from distance, almost needs to get in a little bit closer. Daryl in on a duck under single leg, but his opponent's got a front headlock in on him. And Hunting doing a great job getting back up to his feet, not allowing the points. They're going to be out of bounds. Hunting in on a shot. Good block by Rock Springs. Now he's in on a deep single leg. All he's got to do is get his hips over and climb up the body, which he's going to do. That's going to give him a 3-point takedown. Now he's got a bar in. Well, he's working on a chicken wing. Doesn't quite have it. Now he's working on a 2-on-1 underneath. Looking for a tilt. He's got a tilt. And they're going to call him out of bounds. So we're going to bring him back to the center of the mat. I do not believe that Star Valley has lost a single match in the varsity arena yet, or the varsity mat, so they would lead at the team score handily at this point. Once again, we're on the opposite side of the gym from the scoreboard, so unfortunately I don't have any of that information. All right, that's going to be the end of the period for Hunting's match, and that's going to put him into the second period with, I believe, Hunting leading 3-0. All right, we're back to the center of the mat here. And the Star Valley wrestler on the other mat was able to get a pin there. I do believe that is Kiesel, but I'm not certain about that. I apologize. I don't know the JV wrestlers quite as well as I know the varsity wrestlers. We will get over there and get some of those matches here shortly. Hunting starting in the neutral position for the second period. His opponent working on a shuck by, not able to do so. Back to a standing position. Darrell in on a single leg. Once again from distance. And I apologize. Max Sharrock did end up losing his match. Now I do remember that now. That was right as we were coming on the air. But Star Valley still leading this the team scores handily. Thank you for the text and trying to keep me on course here. We had a little bit of a scattered start to this and this broadcast. We were trying to get some Ethernet established and weren't able to do so, even though we got here early to try and get that in place. But we're on the air now, and that's what matters. Hunting drives his opponent out of bounds. We're still going to be 3-0, I believe. And looks like Clark wants to have a word and possibly discuss a 3-point takedown. Or he wants to discuss the aggression, because that Darrell did drive his opponent into the seats this time, but prior he had been driven into the seats by the Rock Springs opponent. Maybe just trying to simmer things down a little bit. A lot of hand fighting again. Darrell has been the aggressor the entire time. And they're going to give a stalling call to the Rock Springs wrestler. Hunting has been the aggressor the entire match. To my knowledge, the score is still 3-0 in favor of Hunting. About 30 seconds left in this period. And his opponent tries for a throw. Darrell slips his head out of there, and he's able to get behind. That's going to be a 3-point takedown. That should make the score 6-0 in favor of Hunting. Working out on the edge of the mat. Hunting has a wrist underneath. Trying to stack him up. He gets one swipe. And not sure what's going on with Hunting, but he may be needing some injury time here. All right. Hunting on top, scoops up that leg, and that's going to be the end of the period. So we're going to go into the third period. Hunting should be leading 6-1 over his opponent. Rock Springs quickly to their feet. Hunting able to return him back. Now looking for a bar. He may have a chicken wing in. It does look like that. He's got that elbow hooked. Nope, he's got a 2-on-1 underneath is what he's got. Trying to stack up his opponent again. His opponent doing a good job of rolling that through. He's going to get a reversal out of this as he covers the hips of Hunting. That should make the score 4-6 in favor of Hunting in the third period. Hunting fighting off bottom. Able to get his hips out from underneath, but out of bounds. So no escape point there. Hunting will have to start from bottom one more time. Hunting up to a base. Now he's got one foot up. Looking for a second. He's rolling through. And able to roll right behind his opponent. And so actually, I apologize. I've been calling this one Lane the whole time. Daryl. This is Lane. And so Lane now has the reversal points out of that. That should make the score 8-5, 8-6, somewhere in that range. Lane's got an arm in, an arm bar. Now he scoops the head, driving that forward, looking for some fall points. His opponent scooped his leg, but he's going to get a pin out of this. So good win for Lane Hunting. All right, coming up next, we have, let's see who we have. Cameron Mickelson coming up, a senior from Star Valley. We're going to zip over here to the JV mat just for a moment as we're waiting for the Mickelson match to get going. Don't know who that is over there, but it looks like he's going to get a pin if we can do it in time. We got the towel tapper out there. And no pin over there for that wrestler. That might be the other Hunting. It is. That one's Daryl. So we're going to zoom out here, see if we might be able to get both wrestlers on the match here. So we got Mickelson on the black match, in on a blast double, able to get his opponent on his butt. 3-point takedown there. Now Mickelson working on top. We've got Daryl Hunting on the left-hand mat. Mickelson being aggressive, whipping his opponent back down to the mat. Now looking for he may have put in a 3/4. Got 2 near fall points out of that as he rolled through it. Should make the score 5-0 in favor of Mickelson. Now Mickelson's got him stacked up. That's going to be another 2 count. That should make the score 7-0 in favor of Mickelson. If he doesn't get more near fall points here, he has that head scooped and trying to extend that arm, now settling up the weight. And I believe Cameron Mickelson, he's going to get a pin here if he just can settle that in. He releases the half. Still has a good chest-to-chest weight. All right, and Hunting actually did not end up having a match over there. And Mickelson's going to get a pin. So it's a great match for Mickelson. All right, now we have Damian Burgess coming up in the 175 weight class. His wrestler is Thornhill, and Thornhill is ranked number 1 in the 4A. If I'm not mistaken, he is a state champion. So Damian's going to have his hands full on this match. Should be a good one. Thornhill in on a shot, tried to elevate and get in, but was not able to do so. Good defense by Damian by getting his leg back and turning his hips away from that. Burgess trying to get his arm back. He's got an overtie. Thornhill in on a shot and is able to shuck Damien down, and that's going to give him a 3-point takedown for Thornhill. Damien fighting hands underneath to make sure that that does not turn into a cradle situation or a tilt situation. Burgess able to flatten out and break that grip of Thornhill underneath. Thornhill's got a wrist. Now he's got a half, or working on a half. Burgess doing a good job of pilling that, trying to get his hands back underneath. Thornhill's got a great job of, he's got a leg in deep and then he has the other leg scooped. Makes getting up to your knees pretty darn difficult. He's doing a great job, Thornhill is, of flattening him out. Damien able to get one wrist back. Now he's got them both back. Trying to keep his opponent from pulling those underneath. Thornhill's pushing his head into the mat. Now he's got the half. Now he transitions off, tries for the half on the other side, unable to do so. Damien still has both of his arms free. Thornhill riding hard. Damien's got a leg, or had a leg for a moment there, was looking for a switch, not able to do so. That's going to move him into the second period with Burgess trailing 3-0 under Thornhill of Rock Springs. Great match. Like I said, Thornhill is ranked number 1 in the state in 4A. Burgess ranked number 4. Thornhill quick to his feet. Burgess tried to transition off to a leg, not able to do so. His opponent's getting an escape point. That's going to make the score 4-0 in favor of Thornhill. Thornhill on a single leg. Now he get the blast double. Burgess has no choice but to belly out. That should make the score 7-0 in favor of Thornhill. Burgess is spreading out his base, trying to make it harder for Thornhill to hook those hands underneath. Burgess fighting off bottom, trying to prevent Thornhill from getting that chicken wing in, right in that elbow, that on Damien's right-hand side. Thornhill does a great job here of making Damien carry all of his weight. Hard crossface by Thornhill. He abandons that. He's going to go back for a wrist. Damien fighting for his wrist back. Thornhill does have one wrist. Damien trying to get it back, and he does. And that's going to be the end of, now they're going to give a stalling point, I believe, to, I'm not sure who that's going to be. That may be Damien that received the stalling point. So Damien still trails 7-0. Damien quick to his feet, trying to get up. Unable to do so. Damien has some fingers on Thornhill, trying to clear that out, which he does. Really, Damien's done a good job with the hand control underneath. Hasn't allowed Thornhill to hook up any type of a cradle or a tilt. Hard fight match. Damien's got he's up on a hip, trying to get his knees up underneath him. Now in almost a sitting position. Up to one leg. Thornhill once again doing a good job of making him carry all of his weight. Damien's clearing his hands from underneath. Thornhill now has a hand posted behind the leg. He's going to try and hook up a cradle, unable to do so. Burgess is looking to get up to his feet, looking for a switch now, and he's got a leg, and no change of position. So good effort there by Damien. That's going to put him into the third period, or actually I think that, yeah, that is going to be into the third period. Thornhill, I believe, is leading 7-0. Damien's choice, he's going to choose the neutral position. I like it. Damien's still down by 7 points, but he's still being an aggressor here. You can hear Coach Perry saying, go, go, so he wants him to elevate that. Thornhill on a good single leg, able to get around the corner, but Burgess is able to stand up. Thornhill elevates that leg. That's going to be a 3-point takedown by Thornhill, making the score 10-0 in favor of Thornhill. Man, Thornhill is a great rider. Once you're on bottom, that is difficult to get out from underneath there. Burgess he's based up, looking to get to his feet, looking for a switch, unable to get under the leg, so Thornhill able to defend. Damien clearing that thigh grab that Thornhill has, and Damien's going to get a stand-up point out of it, so that's going to make it 1-10 in favor of Thornhill. Damien looking for a front headlock, unable to get there. And getting a little bit desperate at this point in time, looking for a throw or something that's going to put him straight to his back as he trails by 9 points coming up on the end of the third period. Burgess still in the center of the mat. Thornhill in on a shot, unable to get there. Burgess in on a reshot. Now Burgess is looking for a leg. He's trying to get to see how Thornhill put his arm right through Damien's legs there. That's an elephant trunk, and what that allowed him to do was keep Damien from getting around back. Damien was able to clear that. That's going to be a 3-point takedown by Burgess. That makes it 4-10 in favor of Thornhill. Good hard-fought match here. You're going to see this lineup probably at state at one time or another. Burgess needs to be careful. He got his hips out of position, and now his weight's back. Thornhill able to get a leg. Burgess still not giving up control at this point. We have a towel tapper out, and that's going to do it for the match. Hey, 4-10. That's a great hard-fought match between the number 1 ranking in the state and the number 4 ranking in the state. Damien being number 4 and Thornhill being number 1. That's probably one of the hardest matches you're going to see of the night. Their all-star wrestler being Thornhill. So that's a great match, even though it's a loss for Burgess. That gives him a taste of what he's going to see at regionals. Oh, excuse me, not at regionals, at state. Maybe at regionals. I think that Rock Springs is in our region. And so Damien at least knows what he's going to get a little bit later in the season. Here we go with Ryan Talbot. Looks like Rock Springs did not have a wrestler in this weight class, so we've got a Pineale wrestler stepping in. Ryan Talbot down on the black mat. And a Star Valley JV wrestler down on the black and red mat on the left-hand side of your screen. Talbot doing a great job of sprawling that out. Now he's got a front headlock, looking for that back leg. Got it, head in the hole. And now he's going to snowplow that. He was looking to put him right to his back, which he is. He's now got the cradle hooked up. Now he needs to get that leg out from underneath. Oh, no, he's just going to stack him up from there. That's a great stack up by Ryan. That's going to be darn close to a pin here. And that's a hard one to kick out of. I'm going to get a little zoom in on that and give you guys a little better look of what he's got him stuck in. Now he's just got him in a headlock rather than in the cradle. But now Ryan is going to abandon that. He does get his 4-point near fall takedown, but he's back out and around behind. That should give him the lead on this match of 7-0 over his opponent from Pineale. All right, Ryan's now got a headlock in, and that's going to be a pin for Ryan. So nice pin for Ryan.
Okay, the final match is we're going to have a 215 Star Valley, Elijah Matuatea.
All right, now we've got Elijah Matuatea up in the 215 weight class. I believe this is only his second varsity match, and so this will be some good experience for him. Let's see how well, what caliber of wrestler the Rock Springs wrestler is. Should be fun. All right, here we go with Elisha. Mattia on a single leg, gonna bulldoze it through. Nice tackle takedown. He just needs to get a head out of there and cover the hips, which he does. That's a 3-point takedown. Good job for Elisha there out on the edge of the mat. Mattia looking for a wrist. He's got to be careful with draping that hand over the top. That can create like a fulcrum with the wrestler on the bottom. If they pull hard enough on that and hip into that, they can roll their opponent right to their back. First year wrestling for Mattia. So it's awesome that he's competing in a varsity level at this point. Still learning some of the technique, but he has the athleticism. Looking real good down there. He's got a nice hard crossface. A little bit low on that, and now he's got both arms locked over the top. He needs to try and get those hands dug out of there. All right, 1 second here. All right, sorry, my screensaver turned on. I just wanted to make sure that we were still broadcasting. We are. All right, Mattia is still working on his wrestler on bottom. And his opponent up to 1 foot. Mattia, good job of maintaining that, spinning with his opponent. Needs to keep doing that. Needs to try and scoop up one of those legs. And that'll keep him center back behind. He's able to break his opponent down and keep him flat on the mat. Towel tapper out for the end of the first period. All right, that's going to do it for the first period. Mattia should be leading this match 3-0 over his opponent from Rock Springs. This is the 215 weight class. Back to center for a neutral start for the second period. Mattia in on a shot. His opponent re-shots over the top and able to force his opponent down, or Mattia down on the mat. That's going to be a 3-point takedown. That should tie up the score. He's got a half on. And Mattia tries for a roll. He got it. Oh, he rolled through there. He's going to get some near fall points out of it. And some reversal points. Oh, they're going to say no near fall. Then why was he swiping his hand? I'm not sure. But at least he gets the reversal out of it. Nice roll through by Mattia. Mattia has a crossface on. Looking to post that leg. Once again, he's got that arm draped over the top, and that opponent tries to use that as a fulcrum. He's trying to clear that to the other side of his head. And if he's able to clear it to the other side of his head, then he ends up in a fireman's position. Mattia went to hip him over, and his opponent felt the transition of the weight, able to roll back and forth, and they're going to call it a reversal. That's a pretty quick reversal, but now he's got his hips covered for sure, and Mattia ends up on bottom here. Good reversal by Rock Springs. And he's got a power half on. Mattia doing a good job getting up to his knees and then up to his feet, so he's going to get an escape point out of that. All right, second period coming to a close. Let's see if Mattia can get a takedown before we get there. All right, no scoring there at the end of the period. And sorry, folks, I wish I could tell you what the score was. It is going to be Mattia's choice. For the third period, he's going to defer. And his opponent wants to go to a neutral. I do believe that Mattia leads at this point, but only by 2 or 3 points. Mattia does not need a throw here. All he needs is just a takedown to secure the points. And that should put him in good enough position to be able to win the match. His opponent in on a single leg. Good block by Mattia. That's going to be a takedown. 3 more points for Star Valley. Over on the JV mat, there are no Star Valley matches going on right now. Those are Rock Springs and Pineale that are wrestling. It's funny, Mattia keeps looking at the bench and they're telling him, nope, go back to the other side, back to the other side. Like I said, not too much going on right now. Mattia just looking to maintain his lead, able to return his opponent back to a flattened out stage. Digging in on a hand. Mattia might get a stalling call here as he has not gone out to the side of his opponent. It looks like he just did there. And his opponent looking to get up to his feet. Mattia has a good blanket ride on. Now he's going to leverage it back in, make his opponent carry that weight, and flattens him out again. Towel tapper out. Coming up on the end of the third period, and that's going to do it. So let's see who the victor is on this, where I can't see the score. And it is going to be Mattia. So great one by Mattia to come away with the win there. We've got the teams giving a cheer and going over to shake hands. So that means that is the end of this duel with Rock Springs. Star Valley walking away with a handily in that win. I believe the only losses were Girac and Burgess, both by decision. Let's see here. Girac was tech fault, and Burgess was a minor decision. So the rest of the matches were wins by Star Valley. There may have been a 106 open weight class because I believe they had, I don't think that Tommy wrestled, if I'm not mistaken. I was running around with equipment at that point in time. So good win for Star Valley. We're going to have coming up here soon the Star Valley Pineale match or duel. And then we'll wrap it up. So hopefully we can catch some JV wrestlers over here, but I think they've wrestled through all the JV wrestlers. Let me go through who is all here at this meet today. So for Star Valley, we do have Tommy Hoops at the 106 weight class, Hudson England at 113, Dustin Wartman at 113, Kimball Perry at 120, Nolan Hyde at 120, Caden Crookston at 120, Calvin Green at 126, let's see here, Griffin Norris at 126 as well. 132, we have Max Girac and Jason McGrath. 138, we have Toe Perry and Cyrus Tolman. 144, we have Kobe Merritt, Daryl Hunting, and Kaysen Mizraini, as well as PJ Lorimer. At 150, we have Ty Thompson, Peyton McMurdo. 157, we have Hazen Hess, Lane Hunting, Colt Mizraini. And at 165, we have Cameron Mickelson, Carson Clapp. And then at 175, we have Damian Burgess and Marty Birch. And 190, we have Ryan Talbot and Kiesel Hebden. And at 215, we have Grant Thompson and Elisha Mattia, excuse me. I'm probably slaughtering the pronunciation of that, and I apologize for that, but I'm doing the best I can with that one. Elisha is an awesome football player. He's been fun to watch on the football field, and now to watch him in the wrestling room, it's been even more fun to watch. So kudos to him. Sorry if I'm slaughtering your name, but you're a heck of an athlete to watch, and we enjoy what you're putting out there. All right, so right now we've just got a coin flip for the Pineale wrestlers and the Star Valley wrestlers. Looks like we've got Ty Thompson, Tel Perry, and Damian Burgess out there for the coin flip. So pretty quick duel. Now we're going to have the duel with Pineale, and then Star Valley will be on the road 3 hours back home. But let's hope that we get some really good matches. Excuse me, Pineale always has some elite wrestlers in their group. I believe they've got a couple of state champions right now. They always do have some great wrestlers that they bring. Typically, they're not fielding a full roster, though. So we may have some open weight classes, but at the same time, they are, like I said, they bring the talent. They bring the talent indeed. So let's hopefully we'll get started here shortly. I'm going to grab a drink really quick, so I'm going to go ahead and take a quick audio break before we get right back on. I believe that Tommy Hoops is going to be back up here in just one short moment. Thank you. All right, so it looks like we're getting back at it here. 106 weight class. We're showing as open, I believe. They just raised the hand of the Pineale wrestler. And I do not see Tommy Hoops out there. Let me see who this 106 is. It's got to be, I got to think that this is 113. That Pineale had an open 113, and we had an open 106. And so we're just going to go at those two at each other, I believe. Unfortunately, I do not know who that wrestler is. It's either going to be Hudson, England, or Dustin Wartman. All right, front headlock by Star Valley. Now looking for that back leg. He's got the back leg. Now he's going to put the head in the hole there. He's up high. That's going to be harder to get up and around his opponent. His opponent also has that elephant arm right down in between his opponent's leg there, and that makes it hard for him to get around back. Star Valley looking to snowplow. That's going to push him right into his back, and now he's going to get some near fall points out of it as well. And that's going to be a pin for Star Valley. I do believe that that was an exhibition match in that I believe that is Pineale's 106 and Star Valley's 113. That was Dustin Wartman.
Okay,
so thank you, Christy, for sending me a text on that. So Dustin Wartman winning that match there by pin. Pretty short one. We've got Kimball Perry coming up now with his opponent from Pineale.
For Star Valley, Kimball Perry.
Now watch this at the start of this match. Watch the composure that Tell has. He literally looks like he's stalking prey, like he's out hunting. Watch how he gets right down there. And quick snap down into a front headlock, back to the leg. He's going to snowplow him, and he's going to get around. That's going to be a three-point takedown. Quick to a wrist, not able to get to the wrist. Now he's got an arm, pulling that back out the back. And he's just going to go right into a tilt there. He's got that tight waist. He's got that 2-on-1 in the arm, and that's what's going to give him the near fall points. That's going to give him 4 near fall, making the score 7-0. Now he gets transition to an arm bar, a reverse half, and he's putting his opponent flat. That's going to be a pin for Kimball Perry. So quick match there for Kimball Perry.
Okay,
another pin.
126 Star Valley, Calvin Green, and for the Pineale Wranglers, Ryan Nutt.
All right, for the 126, we have, I believe that is Calvin Green. Calvin Green of Star Valley versus his opponent from Pineale. Pineale in on a single leg. Able to elevate, and Calvin doing a great job of whipping back around and getting back up to his feet, so no takedown points. Pineale with a shuck by. In on another single leg is Pineale, and Calvin had his hands on the mat, so that is a 3-point takedown, and he's going to get the escape point there. And Pineale able to secure the legs going out of bounds, so that's going to be a 3-point takedown as well. So that should be the score of 6-1 in favor of Pineale. Green going to start on bottom. Green maintaining his base, needs to clear those hands. Doing a good job of doing that. Now flattened out. He's got his opponent's got a crossbody underneath him. Now he's got a 2-on-1, and he's going to get some tilt points out of it. Going to give him 2 near fall points. Should make the score, I believe, 8-1 in favor of Pineale. Pineale has a crossface on. Now doing a leg dump there. Another hard crossface back on Calvin Green of Star Valley. Going to get some more near fall points is Pineale. Probably not going to be a pin from that position, but some near fall points. Pineale looking to lace the legs. He does have a leg now, and he's got the head scooped. Going to get some more near fall points out of this. Talbot comes in. And that's going to be another 4 points for Pineale. That's going to end the first period. Calvin currently trailing this match by 12 or 13 points. Calvin is going to choose top going into this second period. They're going to give a caution to Calvin there. He readjusted after he had settled in. Calvin to an ankle, able to follow his opponent. Then his opponent's able to roll out of that. It's going to be another point for Pineale. Pineale in on an ankle. Now goes through the middle and out the back. Around behind, that's going to be a 3-point takedown, and that's going to be a tech fall. Good experience by Calvin Green. Good match for him. Pineale comes away with the victory of a tech fall.
Okay, next up, 132 for Star Valley, Max Rock.
All right, we've got Max Rock of Star Valley coming up here. Get him another good match, and Max has looked pretty good this year. He's had some tough losses, but he's had some good wins too in some of the tournaments down in the Madison, the Box Elder tournaments. So this should be a good match for Max. We've got Tail Perry coming up on deck. Oh, they don't have a match for him. Dang it. All right, so Max Rock, that's almost the situation where you'd rather have a match, even if it's a tough match, than not have one at all. So now we got Tail Perry coming up. His opponent in on a leg. Perry's able to put in a whizzer. Now he's transitioning to a crossface, grabs that back leg, able to put the crossface to the shoulder to the mat, and he's got his 3-point takedown points. Now he's got the tight waist, transitions off to, looks like he's going for, he's got a really hard crossface on, and he's trying to lock that up with his hand between his leg for the cradle. Able to do so. He's got him locked up. He's got his tilted back. Tail's going to get his 4 near fall points out of that. And let him go, I believe. All right, so he's got the near fall points. He's going to let go. Oh, no, he didn't release the hold. So it's still considered the same hold, the same back points. So Tail's going to transition off to something new. He does get the 4 points. He relocks that cradle. Pineale doing a good job of not allowing his to go to his back there. Kimball's going to go straight to a crossface. Now he's off to a 3/4 half. His opponent rolling. Tail doing a good job of neutralizing that. Tail's got a 2-on-1 on that arm above his opponent's head there. He's got his hand and his elbow. Now Tail to a hard crossface. He's going to dump that leg. Now he's got the barbed wire on, and he's going to settle in there for 4 points. And let's see if he just goes in for the pin here. We got a towel tapper there, so we may not get it before the end of the period here. And he does not. So that's going to make the score probably in the neighborhood of 11 to 12, maybe more than that, to 0 in favor of Tail. His opponent in on a deep single leg. Tail able to defer that. That's going to be a 3-point takedown by Tail. Tail's going to grab that arm bar, run it up and around the head as he traps the other arm underneath. He's going to get his 4 near fall points. This is going to be a tech fall at this point if it is not a pin. Tail's just going to sit on that. And that was really close here. Tell's sitting back in that, so he's got a double arm bar in now. And his opponent's not flat, but that cannot feel good. Tell's sitting back into him, and he's going to let that go. That's going to be 4 points for a near fall, and that's going to be a tech fall. Good win for Tell. Good experience for that Pineale wrestler, wrestling against an elite wrestler there.
Next up, 144, Star Valley, Colby Merritt.
All right, now we've got Colby Merritt in the 144 weight class with his opponent from Pineale. Next, we've got Ty Thompson coming up. All right, Colby Merritt. Colby changing elevations, trying to get down to that leg. Not able to do so. Back to the center of the circle. Pineale in on a shot. Colby able to clear well. He's got the headlock. Now he's got the head in the hole. He's going to go around the back, and he's going to get his 3-point takedown. His opponent immediately up to his feet. Colby looking to mat return that. His opponent puts his hands back on the mat, so that counts. It's not going to be stalling. And Colby able to now maintain his opponent in the takedown position, and they're going to work their way out of bounds. That is going to be a lead now of 3-0 in favor of Colby Merritt. Colby able to sling his opponent back down to the mat. Nice hard crossface. Let's see if he digs that out for a barbed wire. He's still got that crossface on. He's going to do that belly dump. And now he's got the barbed wire. He didn't quite have it hooked up, so we went around top. He didn't have anything. He's going to give his opponent a release there. That's going to be an escape point, 1-3 in favor of Colby Merritt of Star Valley. Pineale in on a shot from distance. Colby able to neutralize that. Once again on a shot from distance is Pineale. And again. And again. Colby's going to hit ding with a stalling there. Colby's got an ankle over the back. And they might get a stalemate here, but we are coming up on the end of the period, so it's probably not going to go anywhere. Pineale has a leg, and Colby's got an ankle. Typically, that's not going to progress anywhere. So the choice is going to be to Pineale. Pineale's going to say, oh, we're going to take it on our feet and go to a neutral. Colby still leads the match 3-1. When Pineale shoots in on these single legs from distance, Colby needs to reshoot or go back over the top. Colby in on a single leg. Not able to materialize anything out of that. Both in on a head tie at this point. Released. And his opponent in on a single leg. Colby able to sprawl it out. And this time Pineale's in on a big double leg. Colby had some ankles but released the ankles, and now his opponent dumps him to his butt. That's still going to be a 3-point takedown at this point, and Colby's going to belly out. That should make the score 4-3 in favor of Pineale. Colby needs a stand-up point here, needs to work up to a base. Up to his feet, able to clear that 2-on-1. Now he's got an escape point. That should tie it up 4-4 here in the second period. Pineale in on a shot from distance. Colby able to get back and around. A good block there. That's going to make the score 7-4 in favor of Colby. He's got to show some advancement here. He had an arm underneath. Still has that arm. Now he transitions off to a wrist. His opponent up to a tripod. And now looking to clear that hand to the other side of the head. Kobe says, no thanks, I'll come right back down here. Kobe's got his arm trapped underneath his opponent, and that's going to be the end of the second period. Kobe should be leading at this point, 7-4. Kobe's choice. And Kobe's going to choose down. He's going to try and get another escape point here, make it a 4-point difference. Kobe quick to his feet. His opponent looking for a trip. Kobe right back up to his feet. His opponent has an arm and a leg on Kobe. Kobe's got a whizzer in now. And he's looking to hip into that whizzer. Unable to do so. His opponent covers his leg, but now Kobe's able to go shoulder to shoulder with him, head to head. Got him in a front headlock. And it's going to just bulldoze him straight over, and that puts his Pineale opponent straight to his back. That is going to be very tight, and that's going to be a pin for Kobe. Nice win for Kobe Merritt. So he was leading that match, and then it found his opponent on his back.
Okay, 150. Star Valley, we have Ty Thompson.
All right, so good win for Kobe Merritt. Now we got Ty Thompson coming up in the 150 weight class. As I mentioned earlier, Ty's been looking really good here. Ty's got a lot of moves in his repertoire. That's a quick ankle pick that he's shooting for, unable to get it. Back up to his feet, over to a front headlock. Now from that front headlock, well, let's see what he does there. His opponent's putting quite a bit of pressure on him. Ty trying to scoop up that arm. Now he's looking for that back leg, and his opponent moves it just in time there. He does a shuck by instead and gets back behind. Ty does get a 3-point takedown. Ty does a good job of scooping up that leg. So he's got that deep in there, and his opponent's trying to get that on. Now he's got him going into a power half. He's going to put him back to his back there. Boy, they're going to call that out of bounds. Ty was about to get some back points there. Back to the middle of the mat. Ty starting on top. Ty able to get his get a leg in there, takes that out. Now he's got a 2-on-1 underneath on his opponent. Now he's going to transition off to a cradle. Oh, nope, this is a tilt position. He's got that 2-on-1. No near fall points out of that. If you notice, Ty keeps those legs tucked up right up underneath. Ooh, that's a scary position there, Ty. He's got to work off his back there. Ooh, that was scary for Ty. Found himself out of position. He was trying to fulcrum the leverage. And now Ty's just going to hook him up in a cradle. And I think Ty's done with this match. He just wants to finish this one out now. He's got that locked up pretty darn tight. Got a leg trying to keep from that kicking from back and forth. And boy, that opponent's just kicking, and that's going to be a 4-point takedown, or 4 near fall points by Ty. His opponent up to his feet, but he's going to work his way out of bounds, and that's also going to end the period. All right, so we're going to start in the neutral position. Here we go with Ty Thompson again. This is the third period. His opponent in on an ankle pick try. Ty able to neutralize that. Has him in the front headlock. And now blocking his arms well, and he's just going to go down and just get right back around his opponent. 3-point takedown for Ty Thompson. Now to the hard crossface. Belly dump. Back to the barbed wire. Now he's got the leverage. Now he's going to get off his knees, center up that weight, just like that. And that's going to be a hard, locked up crossface or a barbed wire. Boy, this kid's squirming really well. Ty able to reposition. He's not going to be able to get that barbed wire, but that is going to be 4 near fall points, and that is going to be a tech fall. Good win by Ty Thompson. All right, they're checking the score here to make sure that that indeed was a tech fall. The referee had a different score in his head than what was on the scoreboard, and that is going to be a tech fall. So Ty's going to walk away with the tech fall there.
157, Star Valley Lane Hunting.
All right, we've got Lane Hunting from Star Valley at the 157 weight class. Coming in now, hopefully we got his blood sugar levels back up. And he can get in here and show us some nice good wrestling here. All right, here we go, Lane Hunting. All right, his opponent in on a single leg. Lane tried to keep him in a headlock, but was unable to maintain that. His opponent bulldozes him through, gets a 3-point takedown, and now Lane fighting off bottom. Pineale's got a wrist trapped. He's looking for an armbar. Lane doing a good job of not allowing that. Lane looking for a sit-out position, and his opponent has that arm trapped, and now he's got that tight waist. Now he's got a 2-on-1, and he's going to get some near-fall tilt points out of that. 2 near falls. That's going to make the score 5-0 in favor of Pineale. Pineale still has that wrist on Lane. Lane up to his feet. His opponent has a standing cradle locked up. He lost it, and now Lane is trying to step back over the top. And it's anybody's ball game at this point, and Pineale's going to come out on top on that one with the leverage. That's going to be 2 near fall back points for Pineale. Should make the score 7-0. Lane got his hips out from underneath his opponent. Now needs to get up to his feet there. And they're most likely going to work their way out of bounds there behind the railing. And actually they didn't call it out of bounds. They're still working here. Unfortunately, we've got the railing in the way. That's not going to allow us to get that. No near fall points. Pineale had his head tucked up underneath, but Lane not giving up the near fall points with his head in that position. That's going to end the period, so we're going to go into, I believe, I apologize. I believe this is only period number 2 that we're going into. Lane trying to work his way up to his feet. His opponent able to, that was out of bounds prior, so now we're at the end of the period. Lane starting on top. His opponent quick to his feet. Lane grabs an ankle, elevates that, looking for a trip. And his opponent's able to put another leg in on top, and that's going to put Lane straight to his back. I don't even know what that is called, people. Somehow he's behind Lane's waist, but he's got a chicken wing in, but he's got that leg across the front in almost like a straddle position that allowed him to leverage Lane to his back there, and he's going to get some near fall points out of that. Lane trying to do a knee slide, get out to the side. His opponent doing a good job of maintaining that with a half there. Lane still working off bottom. All right, it's getting kind of noisy in here. We have the Pineale girls going against the Rock Springs girls on the other mat. And things are getting exciting on that match that we've got. So there's another 4 points for the Pineale wrestler on Lane, and that is going to be a tech fall. Good experience for Lane. And good hard-fought match.
Okay, next up 165.
And Pineale comes away with the victory on that one.
And for Pineale,
Now at the 165 weight class, we have Cameron Mickelson of Star Valley.
Forward strong.
Mickelson was looking for a single leg. His opponent reshot, and he came out from underneath and got around. He's got a front headlock. Now he's got a leg, but the leg is in between Mickelson's legs. Now his opponent has the front headlock on as they're headed out of bounds. No loss of control or demonstrated control by either one of them, and so they're going to start back at the middle. There is going to be some blood time by Mickelson. All right, Mickelson will start on bottom. So apparently there was loss of control on the edge out there. Mickelson looking for a quick switch, unable to get his arm underneath that leg. Mickelson trailing currently 3-0 to his opponent from Pineale. Pineale has a wrist trapped on the left-hand side of Mickelson, now looking for an arm bar. He's got the chicken wing now on the left-hand side and trying to drive that up and around Mickelson's head. Mickelson's doing a good job of maintaining or not allowing him to do that, but that is, he's got that claw on and that arm bar and running around the head. That's difficult to get out of. Mickelson's got his leg trapped, and that's allowing him to maintain the leverage of not going through, but now his opponent's cleared that. That's going to be harder to not allow him to tilt him over. He got a one swipe. Now Pineale is got the angle, and so that's going to be two swipe. Pineale trying to scoop the head with the leg, and now he's going to transition back and now settle in, and now he's got a little bit firmer leverage on Mickelson. Mickelson fighting off his back, and that's going to be a pin for Mickelson, or on Mickelson by Pineale. All right, so now we got Damian Burgess coming up in the 175 weight class. His opponent from Pineale. Like I said, we got the girls' matches going on the other mat, and they're getting pretty loud over there. Some good matches for the girls, Pineale and Rock Springs. All right, here we go with Burgess, 175 weight class. Pineale tried to get in on a single leg. Damian blocked it well, put him in a front headlock around the corner, and Burgess is going to get behind, get his three-point takedown, flattens out his opponent. Now he's got looking for a hard crossface. He's actually got he had a half on, and he's got a wrist trapped on the other side. He's looking to step up and around the head. He's going to be able to do so. His opponent able to roll through pretty well. Burgess able to keep that weight back. He's got to be careful there. Damian's going to flip it back around. He is going to get some near fall points out of that. 4 near fall. Score should be 7-0 in favor of Burgess. His opponent tried to grab the head back from around. Damian clears that. Back to the crossface. Now Damian's looking to roll that wrist back. He's got that arm bar in now. Puts that hand on his opponent's back. Now he's going to clear his head with that elbow. That does not feel good, and he's going to put him in the reverse half, and he throws him. Damian's, ooh, that was some good leverage by Pineale, but Damian was able to get his weight back on the head of the Pineale wrestler, and that's going to be a pin for Burgess at the 175 weight class. All right, now we've got Ryan Talbot coming up at the 190 weight class. All right, Ryan Talbot. Pineale in on a single leg. Talbot got muscled down to the mat. There's still no, he didn't cover the hips, so there's no points yet. And now he covered the hips, but Ryan able to get his hands off the mat, so no points. Good wrestling on both part. Pineale was quick to that single leg last time. He's back to another single leg here. Ryan's got a headlock on. Unable to clear it that time, and this time it's going to be a takedown by Pineale. Score 3-0. Ryan right back up to his feet. It's going to be an escape point there, 3-1 in favor of Pineale. Pineale down for a leg. He didn't get it, and Ryan went right around, put him in a headlock. He's got that leg, and now he's just going to try and dump him over. He's able to scoop that leg. He gets the 3-point takedown. Good takedown by Ryan. Let's see what he's got in store now. His opponent up to one leg. Ryan able to get him back down. His opponent's sitting out now. Ryan needs to follow him. He does. Ryan looking for that arm pry, trying to chop that arm. And Ryan's got a leg elevated, and his opponent's able to maneuver back behind Ryan and get a 2-point reversal. That should make the score 5-1 in favor of Pineale. Going into the second period now. It's going to be Red's choice, which is Ryan. Ryan is going to go down. Going to be cautioned by Ryan. Ryan up to 1 foot, 2 feet. Now trying to clear that. Pineale goes down to a leg. Ryan right back up to his feet after being returned and able to get free, going out of bounds, and they're not going to give him a loss of control at that point. So Ryan will start back down on bottom. Ryan working back up to his feet. His opponent has an arm bar and able to maneuver Ryan back down to the mat. Now he's got a half on and an arm bar. He's going to try and run around the head. Ryan's doing a good job of maintaining a wide base to not allow that to happen, but that does hurt. He's got Ryan at the angle now. He's going to get some swipes out of this, Pineale. And Ryan's not going to be fighting off his back. And Ryan able to get an arm out. And so he does maneuver off of his back, but he still finds himself in a precarious position as Pineale has got the weight in the right place, right there on his dead center of his chest, and now he scoops up an arm. Gonna try and scoop up the head too, and switch off to the side and sit out. He's not gonna sit out now. Up on his toes, trying to center that weight, and Grant attempts a roll through, not able to get that leverage up over the top. And now Pineale's got an arm, stretching that up nice and tall. And Grant doing a great job of getting that leg, scooping the leg over the top. That's going to keep his shoulders off the mat. Ryan does a great rollback. And now he's got a reversal out of this. Ryan still does trail here by at least 7 or 8 points. But that's going to end the period where Ryan could have easily given up and been pinned on that. He fought through that, was able to get a reversal out of it. All right, Ryan's going to start out on top over this period. And that was a false start with a whistle on the other mat. Ryan trailing by quite a few points at this point is probably looking, we need to get a pin or some near fall points. Good arm chop there. Ryan working on a wrist. His opponent able to clear that. Now he's got a 2-on-1. Trying to suck that up tight to his opponent's body and flatten him out. His opponent up to his 1 foot, now up to 2 feet. Out on the edge of the mat there. And Ryan looking for a lift return. And is not able to do so, and he's going to give up an escape point to his opponent. Pineale looking for a blast double, and he's going to get it out on the edge of the mat. That's going to be another 3-point takedown. Ryan's going to start in the down position. Ryan working up to his feet, not able to get there. His opponent has a wrist trapped, has an armbar in, now trying to run that up and around Ryan's head. His opponent's getting some near fall points out of this one. You can see the weight release off of Ryan's hips there. That's going to be a pin. Good match for Ryan. The Pineale win on that one. Now we got Elisha Mattia coming up. And I believe this is the 210 weight class. If we're lucky, it looks like Grant Thompson's got his headgear on down here. He may be wrestling the heavyweight tonight. Mattia's got a headlock, looking for a throw, unable to get it. Now he's in on a single leg. His opponent doing a good job blocking and getting around back. That's going to be a 3-point takedown, but Mattia then goes directly to a reversal and gets 2 points out of it, so it's going to be 3-2 in favor of Pineale. Mattia working on that 2-on-1, trying to get that wrist rolled down under his opponent. And his opponent working his way up to his feet. Mattia doing a good job of returning him back to the mat. And now he's going to get some near fall, almost some near fall points. Mattia trapped that arm right into an arm bar. And now he needs to be careful here. He needs to get his weight back up on top. And he wasn't able to do so. So now they're shoulder to shoulder. And Mattia is going to lose the head. And that's going to be a 2-point reversal by Pineale. We got some blood time for Pineale. Once again, we're broadcasting from the Rock Springs High School. We just finished up a duel about 30 minutes ago with Rock Springs. Star Valley walking away with the win on that one. And now currently Star Valley is having a duel against Pineale. Star Valley heavily ahead in the team scores. And right now we have Elisha Mattia with a nice roll through for a big guy to get a reversal out of that. And he leads this match, I believe, by just a couple of points. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the scoreboard, but he should be leading by just a few points at this point in time of the match. Elisha trying to dig that arm out and not able to do so by the end of the period. So now it's going to be Pineale's choice, and he's going to start this next period on their feet in a neutral position. His opponent looking for a headlock throw. Elisha then, he does a double under and just puts his opponent straight to his back. And Elisha just trying to center up that weight. And that's a pin right there, my friends. Yep, there we go. Nice pin, Elisha. Good job. His opponent looked for a throw, and Elisha just came back with a double unders and just put him straight to his back with a throw right into a pin. All right, now we've got Grant Thompson wrestling in the heavyweight class. Obviously, Grant is nowhere near the 285 limit. He is probably closer to the 210, but we've got a slot to fill, and Grant's going to fill it. So here we go with Grant. He's probably quite a bit quicker than this kid. He's quicker than most kids even in the 210 weight class. You're going to see Grant most likely go down on a corner single and get out from underneath this guy and take control there. So out on the corner, not able to get the takedown. Grant going in again. Pineale has him in a headlock, and they're going to work their way out of bounds. Back to the center of the mat. Grant's got a single leg, but his opponent's got double unders. And his opponent doing a good job of not letting up on that leverage on Grant. Grant's going to drag him out of bounds. So we're going to start in the upright position. I said Grant needs to look to get around the edge on this on a corner single, maybe an ankle pick. I think he's just giving up way too much weight to this wrestler from Pineale if he stays underneath him. Grant gets that 2-on-1, tries to pull his opponent by, not happening. Pineale's got him in a front headlock. Grant able to clear that. Now Grant's able to get in on that single leg. Now he's going to elevate that, lift him, put him straight to his back. And Grant's got now a reverse half. He's going to scoop up that other arm and just bear hug him. And that's going to be a pin. So good pin by Grant Thompson. Did a great job once he was able to get around the side of him and get out from underneath him, and that's going to be the dual final for Star Valley and Pineale. Star Valley walked away with that one on the team score. Some great matches, though. Pineale brings some talent. This gives us a good idea of what we're going to be seeing at state. We haven't seen any Wyoming teams besides Evanston and maybe a little bit of Jackson. In the other tournaments that we've attended, we've seen a lot of northern Utah and eastern Idaho. So this is good, a good taste of what the Wyoming region is going to look like. And this should be exciting as we're coming up on Ronthon for next week. And then we'll be heading off to some more of the Wyoming duels, and we're going to start wrestling the kids that we're going to be seeing at state. So now's the time for Star Valley to shine as they are coming into their round of the corner into their strong stage. sorting out who's going to be first varsity and who's going to be first JV, and preparing for regionals and state. Thank you for joining us tonight as Star Valley wins both duels with Rock Springs and with Pineale, and we'll be broadcasting just as much as we can. Unfortunately, we do not have the rights to broadcast for Ronthon, so we will not be broadcasting next week as the Star Valley Braves travel to Riverton. The Lady Braves will be traveling to Riverton as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to give a quick shout out to the Wyoming Army National Guard for sponsoring this broadcast, and for SVI for making this possible for us. This is J.R. Burgess signing off, and we'll see you on another broadcast.